Hey everybody, it's your pal Jonah. I am so sorry it's been like literally forever since I last put out like an actual video. But hey, I'm back. I'm not dead. This channel isn't dead. So I guess it kind of all works out. So February is almost over and we are fast approaching the biggest and most pretentious night in Hollywood, the Oscars. For those of you who don't know, the Oscars is a huge event in Hollywood where rich, mostly white narcissists come to complain about rich, mostly white narcissists on the other side of the country. Oh, and they give out like trophies or something? I don't really know. Now apparently these trophies go to the movies with the highest achievement in their respective category. For instance, Best Director goes to the Best Director, Best Actor goes to the Best Actor, Best Picture goes to the Best Movie, and so on. But what actually happens is the trophies go to the movie with the most politically charged progressive message. Anyway, the nominees for this year are out, and they have been out for quite a while, which shows you how long ago I wrote the script for this video. So I thought I'd give you a quick summary of the nominees for Best Picture and Best Animated Picture. That way you kind of have an idea of what to expect when the Oscars finally do come. The Boss Baby. Alec Baldwin plays a baby in a suit trying to steal love from puppies. This movie was ridiculous. The premise was dumb, the laughs were cheap, and the whole movie was just odd. It was basically the inception of animated movies. Not in that it was good, but in that it was ridiculously confusing and switched between fantasy and reality and back again with no real explanation of what was actually happening in reality and not just all in the kid's head. Now, how this got nominated for Best Animated Picture and not A Silent Voice is completely beyond me. But, you know, whatever. The Breadwinner. I heard this was really good. It looked really good. It got good reviews. I still haven't seen it. Coco. You know this is going to win. I mean, come on. It's got Pixar, it's got great music, it's got Pixar, it's got a cultural setting, it's got Pixar, it has a great story, and it has Pixar. Why they even bothered to nominate anything else is honestly beyond me, because this is gonna win. I mean, there's no question about it, so like, why even bother? Loving Vincent. Now, I know none of you saw this, so basically, Loving Vincent is a biopic about the troubled artist Vincent van Gogh. Every frame in the movie is a hand-painted oil painting done in the style of the artist himself. It took 6 years to make, and was the first time artists actually had a paying job. Ferdinand. Let's be honest, I didn't see this movie, and neither did you. Call Me By Your Name. As scandals of pedophilia run rampant in Hollywood, a small group of studio execs thought it would be a great idea to make a movie about a 25-year-old seducing a 17-year-old and give it tons of praise, attention, and awards. I will say though, it is the best movie about pedophilia since Happiness. Darkest Hour. The second movie about the Dunkirk crisis this year. I don't know why. This movie stars Gary Oldman playing an old man. But not just any old man, the old man, Winston Churchill. While not as exciting or epic as Christopher Nolan's take on the story, Darkest Hour is a great wartime drama. It's like the less successful but better spin-off series. Dunkirk. Speaking of Christopher Nolan, we have his best movie and most confusing timeline since Inception. It's epic, it's loud, it has great acting, and it's loud. I literally think we broke our speakers when we watched it at home. Oh, and Harry Styles played a pretty-faced English jerk. Wonder how we got into character for that one. Get Out. Progressives can be racist, Jordan Peele can be scary, and a horror movie can be both good and original. What is this world coming to? Lady Bird. The second movie in 3 years starring Saoirse Ronan that nobody saw to be nominated for an Oscar. This one is about a young woman coming of age, but instead of Brooklyn, it's in Sacramento, the capital of California that literally everybody forgets is an actual city. Phantom Thread. Wait, what's this one about? You mean it had Daniel Day-Lewis in it? And it got a 90? But what's it about? I've never even heard of this movie. The Post.
Fake news. The news is fake.
Fake news. It's fake. Phony. Fake.
Fake news.
The Shape of Water. Whoa! Guillermo del Toro made a weird R-rated fantasy movie? Who would have guessed? Basically, Guillermo del Toro read that part in Evolution where squirrels had sex with fish and thought, we can make a movie about that. So he did, and it was actually pretty good. And I also think there's something seriously wrong with that dude. 3 billboards outside Ebbing, Missouri. Peter Dinklage is the only nice guy in a town full of racist, homophobic, inbred jerkbags. but it's not Game of Thrones. Oh, there's also fire, civil disobedience, and a corrupt police force, but it's not Game of Thrones. And it was actually really, really good, and I think one of the best movies of this year. But I swear, it was not Game of Thrones, okay? It was not Game of Thrones. See, it has Frances McDormand in it, not Lena Headey, so I guess that makes it Fargo. So there you have it, this year's Oscar nominees in a nutshell. Now I know that from the looks of this video, it sounds like I didn't like any of these movies, but I saw almost all of them, and all the ones I actually saw were really good, and I actually really enjoyed them. So I, for one, am really excited about the Oscars this year. This year has been a great year for movies, and I've said this in like my past 2 videos, but I think it's true. This year's really been a good year for movies, so I'm looking forward to the Oscars, and I'm hoping that it's not as political or subtly sexist as the Golden Globes were. Now before we go, we have my Anime of the Month recommendation tradition to keep up. That was a mouthful. Now seeing as we're in the month of presidents, groundhogs, and love, I thought I would recommend a show that has one of those things. Ouran High School Host Club. Now I have talked about this show on this channel before, and it is one of my favorites. So basically, Ouran follows Haruhi Fujioka, a poor student who gets a scholarship to attend the most prestigious and richest school in the country. Everyone there is super, 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 super rich. Except for Haruhi. Now on her first day, she accidentally breaks his $80,000 vase, and to pay back her debt is roped into working for the host club. Now it sounds super dumb, but it's probably one of the best romantic comedies as far as anime go out there. It's really funny. The humor is all like subtle or visual gags. It's not like dumb humor. There's a lot of fourth wall breaks, so if you like fourth wall breaks, you will probably really enjoy this. So it's really clever. It's a fun like genre breakdown type show, and it's on Netflix, so I definitely recommend you go and watch it. And this is one of the few shows where I'll actually say I think the dub is better, purely because a lot of the comedy is like visual and like stuff happening in the background, so it's a lot easier to watch in English. That way you're not trying to read the subtitles and look at the funnies at the same time. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, make sure you hit that like button and hit that subscribe button and that little bell next to it. That way you're notified every time we upload a new video, whenever that may be. For now, this is your pal Jonah signing off. See you next time on Jonah Entertainment. Bye everybody. 2017 was nobody's favorite year, but if you ask me, it was a great year for movies. Christopher Nolan exploded both the box office and our expectations. Marvel came out with 3 good movies. Horror made a huge comeback with Annabelle Creation, Get Out, and the If Stranger Things was directed by Stephen King, It, and against all odds, DC actually made a good movie.